Welcome, folks. Today, we're delving into the clandestine world of private militaries. Get ready to explore their rise in the global defense scene. Ready to uncover these covert forces? Hit subscribe to stay tuned, and let's dive right in without further delay. The rise of shadow armies. Private military and security companies, PMSCs, are a growing presence globally. They act as shadow armies, operating without transparency and free from legal accountability for their actions in conflict zones around the world. These PMSCs wield significant power, and there is an urgent need for United Nations member states to collectively commit to regulate, investigate, and prosecute misconduct by these firms. Expansion of the industry. The industry has expanded significantly since the US-led wars in Afghanistan and Iraq. It grew from an estimated value of $100 billion in 2003 to $224 billion in 2020. This rapid expansion underscores the increasing reliance on PMSCs for security needs and the urgent need for effective regulation. Global presence. While many of the largest PMSCs were founded in the United States and Europe, sophisticated PMSCs are increasingly being established in a variety of countries ranging from Australia to China, India to Israel, and Turkey to the United Arab Emirates, UAE. The Russian Wagner Group, for instance, is operating in many African countries, tightening its grip on matters of national security. Services offered. PMSCs offer a wide range of services beyond providing bodies and direct combat services. They sell services such as intelligence, surveillance, and cybersecurity. This expansion in services has elevated corruption and conflict risks in many countries with critically weak protection to guard against defense and security sector corruption. Regulatory measures. In response to these trends, a United Nations Intergovernmental Working Group on PMSCs is debating an international framework to regulate their activities. Some countries, such as the United States, Australia, and New Zealand, are also exploring new regulations and laws at the national level. However, until international and national legislation is formally agreed upon, the kind of lawbreaking carried out by PMSCs will continue. The privatized military firm, PMF. PMFs are profit-driven organizations that trade in professional services intricately linked to warfare. They specialize in the provision of military skills, including tactical combat operations, strategic planning, intelligence gathering and analysis, operational support, troop training, and military technical assistance. The global reach of the privatized military industry. Since the end of the Cold War, PMF activity has surged around the globe. This rise is attributed to changes in the market of security, transformations in the nature of warfare, and normative shifts toward privatization and broader outsourcing trends. The modern mercenary. The United States military has utilized private military contractors in past conflicts to supplement America's forces in war. However, PMCs have vastly expanded in size and function in recent decades due to three historical trends. The end of the Cold War sparked a worldwide decline in the number of troops needed by major superpowers. The nature of warfare became much more chaotic and dynamic, with a range of violent regional conflict fueled by the availability of cheap and deadly arms. Privatization of warfare. Many governments outsource their responsibilities by means of privatization. Services previously provided by the public sector, including education, policing, and most importantly, warfare, were open to the private sector in an effort to reduce costs through market competition. These trends produced an explosion in the use and functions of PMCs. PMCs in U.S. military operations. PMCs have been notably used during the U.S. military operations in Iraq and Afghanistan. Since 2009, the ratio of contractors to U.S. troops in war zones has increased from 1:1 to roughly 3:1. However, the unchecked expansion of PMCs in recent decades has produced severe limitations upon America's ability to resolve conflicts. Ramifications of the privatized military industry. The rise of the privatized military industry has led to diverse actors seeking external military support from the global marketplace. This has resulted in a unique business form known as the privatized military firm, PMF. PMFs are profit-driven organizations that trade in professional services intricately linked to warfare. Global activity of the privatized military industry. Since 1991, the global activity of the privatized military industry has significantly increased. PMFs have been determinate actors in wars in various locations such as Angola, Croatia, Ethiopia, Eritrea, and Sierra Leone. The rise of private militaries and the privatization of warfare have significantly transformed the global defense industry. The unchecked expansion of PMCs and PMFs has led to a surge in their activities globally, with severe implications for conflict resolution and international security. The lack of transparency and legal accountability of these shadow armies has raised serious concerns about their operations. As a result, there is an urgent need for effective regulation at both national and international levels to ensure that these firms operate within the bounds of international law and human rights norms. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the world of private militaries. If you found this information helpful, please like and subscribe for more insightful content. Stay informed, stay safe.